All right, let's take a quick look at what we did. I came home last night and around, I don't know, 8:30, placed a trade. What was the day chart looking like on the MNQ? Well, what we see right here is that it had come up. Here's today, here's yesterday. It closed where this dash line is at right here. So the market had came up and tested it and broke back down and started rolling like that. So I got short, went to bed, and it hit my target down in this pintail here, and now it's come back up, and now it's right here. That's what we see in this red candle right here. So the overnight trade hit my target, got out, and then it came back up towards the close, and I said, let me try to short it again. Now let's take a look at that trade right there. Yeah, real quick, this is the close-up of that overnight trade. I don't know if you can see it, but right here is where I came home and had tested the close of the previous day a couple of times, started consolidating, and then I got short right here, and my stop was up here. And you can see it took one of my targets out there and took one of my targets out there, so that was an overnight trade. I waited for the market to open, and it started to go up like this right here at the opening bell, and I'm like, you know, if it comes back up in this zone up here, I will give it a shot, and I'll try to short it again. And I did. I got short right there. This is the second trade. It was a loss. Market kept, my stop was above, way above, not just a tick, but like 20 points. I mean, 20 points, 20 whole points, which is, you know, like 80 ticks above it. But it did come up, and it stopped me out. But once it broke back down below the close of the previous day again, let's take a look at that on the day chart right here. This dash line right here, once it came back down, it went up just enough to stop me out of my second trade, and then it came back down, and I got short again. I said, okay, if it stays below the close, that's what I want. I want to get short on this thing, and I got short right here. You can see this little circle right here. I got short right there, and I used the simulator on the second two trades. I didn't want to lose my overnight trade, any profits on that. Let's take a look at this real quick here. You could see, I'm not trying to brag. I haven't not got a payout yet on these Apex accounts. I still have to hit 52,600. These are the legacy accounts. 52,600. You can see how far away I am to get a payout. I only have 5 accounts left. But here's the simulator. I had lost like, I don't know, 250, and then I made on the second one after it came back down below the close. I shorted again for the third trade, and we ended up making all that back plus $55. I figured, let me go ahead and just get green on this thing. And as soon as I did that, it started going back up on this candle here. But if I would have stayed in, it would be way down here still. So yeah, it looks like a good short setup. I used the open, close, high, and low of the previous day to make my trades. If the market is in any of those places, the high of the previous day, for instance, these are the only lines I have drawn out on the day chart, is the high of the previous day, the low of the previous day, and the close. And those are the 3 areas that I like to see if it's going to, you know, fail, or if it's going to bounce, and do the same thing here. If it's going to go up and fail, or if it's going to go up and bounce and keep going. Same thing on the bottom. Fail, or come back up and bounce off of it and keep going up. So you got really 6 different setups that I'm looking for. And those are the only trades I take. And I'm hoping now that I've narrowed down my system, and now that I've narrowed down my trade setups and opportunities, I'm not going to be trading outside of those 6 setups and those 3 locations. I'm not going to be taking any trades unless it's at those 3 locations: high, low, close. And it's either going to be a failed breakout of either direction, or it's going to be a continuation after the breakout. And with the close of the day, it can go either way. So, you know, you can, same thing, it can break out and keep going, or it could fail and draw back. And that's what we saw today. I got an overnight trade where it failed and it drew back. Let's take a look at this 10,000 tick last night. It failed to go over the close, and it draw back down, and we made that first winner overnight. I woke up, it was a winner. Came back up. I got in early. I said I wanted to get it at a higher level and just put my stop way above the tick, and it just ticked me out. So the idea worked. It's just, I just got ticked out. Unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes. You can have a great idea and get ticked out. So that second trade ticked me out. Once it fell back down below, I said, I'm going to give it another shot. And that trade obviously worked, and it's still working if I would have stayed in it. So that's how I'm trading on this channel. Those are the trade setups, and hope you can learn something from it. I do live stream once in a while on this channel, but not too often. A link below to my other channel if you want to come join us in our other channel for spiritual matters. And you can click the link below, and I'll see you either here or over there. Take care. Peace.